So I got commissioned to do some of these ESTG piano beats. I normally don't do these style beats, so I did my best to try to recreate some of those sounds, and I wanted to give you guys a few tricks and tips of what I learned as I was creating these beats. So of course I used a piano, a grand piano, and I had this one from Waves for quite some time. This is one of the best grand pianos that you can get. I think it's like 20 bucks. It's really cheap, but it sounds amazing. So it sounds like this. And it has, I did throw a halftime on this, so you hear the RC20 that is on this total piano bus that I threw on. I'm gonna show you guys. And then right underneath, I just dropped it down right about here. So it's the same thing. I just got a halftime on that. I put a filter and then I just EQ'd. But what's doing all the legwork, so these are them together. I just put this dark piano preset that I made custom. I am going to be giving out a free RC20 preset pack just for like pianos and guitars and stuff that like to add a little bit more saturation or interesting effect. So then we have these two playing for this intro. And what's important if you guys don't make these style of beats is velocity. You have to remember that it is a piano. You want to sound as realistic as possible. So velocity is important. You could even, shift these notes here and there to make them sound a little bit more realistic. So also notice that if you do not double up your grand piano, the grand piano can sound a little thin, so that's why I doubled this up right here and then half-timed it to give it that a little bit more darker feel. So then first we have this bell right here. That's gonna go off. That hits at every 2 bars. I thought it just added that grit, that gothic sound. And then we added these string notes. And those are the Spitfire solo violin that we all know and love. Tons of producers use that bank. And then I wanted to add just a little hit going into each bar. It adds so much, and as I was making these beats, I was trying to listen to some of ESTG's like best songs, and they did have some type of string hits in the beginning because there's so much space in these style beats that you can't have instruments just constantly being played. And this is the augmented brass, beautiful sound bank by Arturia. This is a must own, and it's pretty cheap if you get the bundle. I think the bundle is like 200 bucks and you get so much stuff. It's the perfect blend between a synthesized sounds and actual like real brass, and then all together it's just gonna sound like this. And that just plays over and over again. I will break down the drums right here. So here's hi-hats. Just baby triplets and note velocity. Nothing crazy. Same thing with the clap. And then a Zay 808. Nothing crazy going. We just did a nice little roll, velocity roll right around here, and then ended it it's on actually the same notes as this one right here, but keep those, not too much space. You want them to be as tension as possible right there. One other thing that I noticed when these beats is like there's a tiny bit of like a swoosh or a fade in, and I just added this one right here just to add some type of, you know, transition going into this minus my tag. So with all this playing, that's gonna be beat number one. Beat number one was really simple, really basic, and these both sold. So the proof is in the pudding, and I learned pretty quickly that you just have to have tons of space with these dark piano melodies. So we're gonna get to our second beat right now. This beat with this sample right here, it was actually a really slow piano, and all I did was I stretched it out and then I dragged it back in. So to show you guys what it was prior, to an extent. So it was like this. It was like double the length. It was really slow like that. So what I did is I upped the BPM right here, and then I did that, then I chopped it, and then I did that again, and I just did something like that. That's just basic sampling. Have fun when you download something from like Splice or Arcade. Chop it, time stretch it, manipulate it, do whatever. Remember to have fun, experiment. There's no right or wrong answers to these beats. After that, we ended up with this, and I pitched it down as well. Next, I wanted to add some type of vocal movement, so and lastly, we just got this texture right here from Arcade. Added a halftime, added a beam. Tell you guys right now, if you do not have beam, go get it. This thing is insane. So many opportunities, so many sound design hacks in this thing. It's insane. And then I added a back mask as well to reverse it. It just adds that little like chugging effect when when there's not really much going on. Then I just added a bass from one of my absolute favorite bass plugins, Substance, and this one sounds like this. Just such a good bass. Then all we have is right here, just together for today. We do have another riser right here, my tag. So I guess they kind of create this transition effect right here going into the hook. Added another string right here. That's the only thing that changed during the verse right here. So together, here's the verse. Then we got these hi-hats, again, same thing, or they're just really basic. And those, I firmly believe that hi-hats determine how the rapper raps on these beats. Like that hi-hat's going da 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 ba 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 ba. Like there's the pitches are gonna tell the rapper how he should be rapping, or at least give them an idea. Then we got the clap. Nothing crazy. And then we go to the 808. This is the Fever 808. It's just following the root note. nice little triplet down. I think it just added that much just bounce. I did add a kick as well, but just this kick only comes on the one. These kicks right here. You guys don't need to have these kicks that are just flying at your face every couple bars and just fill this up. You can just have a kick play at the one to add that extra punch going into the back half of the hook. It's just something that I see a lot of beginner producers do. It's just too much stuff going on at once. I mean, this whole beat has 4 sounds for the melody and not that many drum layers. So here's that all together. And that is going to be the beat. So here's this last part of the hook, right? So as you guys can see, there's not really too many sounds. It's really easy to make these dark piano style beats. If you want to sample them, if you want to do them on your own, they're really easy to create with some basic chords, and just the drums got to be super hard. And of course, sound selection as well. That's going to be the video, everybody. I appreciate you guys. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It goes a long way. And until tomorrow, I'll catch you guys with another video. Peace out.